Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 15 Week 2 Day 5. So, you know what it is? It is Vault Event Weekend. Today, tomorrow, and Sunday, we have ourselves a bunch of gnomes everywhere. Great time to be hunting for them and getting all of their loot, particularly those juicy Volkies. And yeah, that's our plan. We're going to try to hit about 300 this weekend. I did notice, I actually didn't even out my epic Volky number the other night. So let me go do that right now. And off stream, I think I was only able to get one Palooza. We started at 3. How many are we at now? We are at 4. So yeah, I did only get the 1. I got several gnomes. Like about a dozen of them. But only one single reverse 3, which, not ideal, but hey, more than none, I guess. Definitely need to get on that grind a little bit more this weekend, so we have some reserve of Paloozas to go throw down. But we do have a bunch of other weeklies we still need to touch on this week too. Still got to go with Invasion, and hey, got to go cover that mythic, or not the mythic, but the legend, new gold farming guy, because we now have him in shiny. If we go over to, actually, I might as well click on one of these teams, and of course we covered the video on the mythic earlier today, though not much to be said about the mythic. It is pretty bad. But yeah, there he is in all of his shiny glory. Interesting, he has like a green-purple coloration. I wonder if it changes every single time as he goes to higher shiny level. Interesting. Yeah, there we go. Shiny Goblin. Wait, why is he not 11 mana cost? Shouldn't be 11? Wait, what? -1 mana cost. 12. Did I get scammed? Wait, what? Why does he not have... Wait. Hold up. Hold up, what's going on here? Hold up, 1 second. Let me just bring out any gold team, doesn't matter which. How about this one? The UI is currently bugged. Okay, so he is 11. It's just that one UI page is broken, I see. Okay, so he does actually have 11 mana costs. It's just that one page is broken at the moment. Well, that's not ideal. But yeah, at least he's working correctly. Also, I'm not sure why I'm playing out this battle, but we're already here, so I guess we're doing it. And there should be a match. There we go. But yeah, he does have his 11 mana cost. It's just weird in that one menu. Anyways, alright, in other news, let's go use that one epic Volky. Just so we have a nice stack. Also, thank you for the $2 tip, Chad. Greatly appreciated. At work and lurking. Well, thanks for the tip. Greatly appreciated. Hope you have a good time at work. Alright, let me go run, I don't know, what do you want to run for this? I guess we'll run the one-shot, Diamantina team. I just want to use one of these so we know we have a nice solid, 820, 830? I already forget the number that we're starting with. Should probably know that, since, we kind of need to know that. Now we'll take that one over. See anything good from one singular epic Volky? Oh, 48 gem keys make up for the mythic we just opened. Not bad, double what you would get in a standard key. Overall, not the greatest, but far from his worst drop at least, if nothing else. Yeah, we're starting at a 830. Yeah, 200 830 it is then. Alright, there we go. Anyways, so let's go and start farming a little. We'll just do some a little bit of initial Dust Devil and then start getting into a bunch of Paloozas. And after that, probably clear out the dailies because we still need to go do that. Mostly just for all the weekly events. We also do need to touch Underspire, though. We're making some pretty good progress in it. We started 2 whole sections absolutely flawlessly, and from there, the rest of it was not that flawless. However, we have learned a lot of information just from scouting around, though. Well, we found the door for 5. We just need to find the boss room, which we should be able to reach today. Might even throw another 100 there, we'll see. We still have to keep in mind we do still have 2 whole days of battles left, too. So that is also a factor. We want to spread it out a little bit more. Anyways, let's go and keep going this Vault grind a little. We'll start with some nice chill, just standard Dust Devil. And then once we feel like we've reached a nice position, we'll go from there. Why on earth can I not find my team? Where is it? There it is. Oh, it's actually in a weird position. The reason my thing is in last slot is because when I play it on mobile, it's actually easier for me to click it if it's all the way at the bottom. But yeah, let me go change that. Because that was from when I was on mobile playing earlier. Running a couple Paloozas. Or not Paloozas, but you know, trying to run some verse farming. Anyways, hello everyone, by the way. Hello, Jason. Hello, Humberto. Hello, yeah. Hello, Draco. Hello, Bill. Hello, Supernova. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Lucian. Hello, Soto. Hello, Clipbomb. Hello, Chad. Hello, Isabel. Let's see. So you heard it's almost 584 towers each member to finish all stages because of the scoring issue. Wait, is there a scoring issue? Was that still affecting this week? How bad was a scoring issue? Because it seems like we're almost already there, are we not? Let me double check. Let's see. Invasion. How many did I do? We're at 480. Oh no, is there an issue with it? That sounds like a normal number that it would take. Like about 500-ish. That doesn't seem like the incorrect number. Yeah, 584, that sounds about right. Because we'd have that by the end of the week, it looks like. What did we do, though? We bought tier 5, which is a little deep. But, yeah, it looks like we're going to get it through. Seems fine. Oh, it's still an issue with the thing? What, was it supposed to be lower? Or higher? Probably not higher. But, was it supposed to be lower than that? Anyways, we'll do those battles in a little bit. Because they obviously had to rescale it because of the 2x points. Though I didn't really pay too much attention to the exact degree that they rescaled. Because I had no clue what the points were beforehand. Like the exact numbers. But obviously now that you're getting double points, they did have to rescale it to some degree. But I guess they may have over-rescaled it. Yeah, we're mostly just looking to see if we can find one more verse 3, and once we do, we're probably just running Palooza for the rest of the stream. Paloozas, dailies, weeklies. But I do want to get at least one singular verse 3 before we do. Is there a reason to keep the shiny keys, or should you spend them all immediately? I do want to cover a video on that, because I actually do want to throw them this week, and then probably never again. But my guild needs to finish up the last of the battles, which might not happen until Sunday, so I'll probably cover the video on Sunday. But long story short is I would generally advise hoarding every single shiny key you ever get. However, I am going to be opening mine this week for 2 reasons. 1 is for a video, but 2 is because the troop that's currently the weekly troop is actually really good. It's the new gold farm guy. And because of that, I actually do want a few more copies of him. And this week is the best time to try to get your rate at getting him. Because there's always one special troop. Generally, I would assume it's whatever shiny troop comes in on a given week. And that one is easier to get than the other ones on a given week. So this week, I actually do want to throw them down. But going forward, I basically want to hoard them until another troop like that that's really good comes around. Or even just hoard them in general. As the way that they're scaled as far as the dust system, it is normally going to be worth it to hoard almost all of your shiny keys for like a year or 2, as weird as that may seem. And the main reason for that is mostly because the return on if you finally max a shiny troop is not that good, like at all. I'm not sure if they're going to rescale it in the future or what, but as it currently stands, it is exceedingly bad value to ever max out a shiny troop. It's not like some things in the game where you max it out and you get no value back. However, the amount of value you get back is so ridiculously small, to the point that you're going to want to wait until there's at least like 100 plus shiny trips in the game before you really start throwing them down. Well, we will throw them down this week, and then afterwards, probably never use them again for at least 2024, if not later. Unless they rescale it by then, but I'm not sure if they will. Because as it currently stands, it is more beneficial to hoard them for as long as possible, as it will give you the highest chance of not maxing any. But you actually don't want to max any, as weird as that may seem. Because the second benefit on them is way more beneficial than the third -1 mana. Or the second -1 mana, the third buff. Because it goes -1 mana, then a special effect, then -1 mana. And the second -1 mana isn't that useful compared to how much value you miss out on from having it fully maxed. But yeah, basically the whole strategy is just to hoard them either forever or until something so enticing is in the drop table that you feel the need to throw them all down. For example, this week would be a week where you would throw them all down if we had like hundreds of keys. Because the thing in drop table actually is kind of good this time around. But I'm going to be hoarding them a while. Even once we see the next, like, really good thing in drop table, I'm still probably going to skip it. Because it only makes up, I think, like 10 or 20% of your drops. The rest is just still the useless junk of random drops. Because I think you only have a 10 or 20% chance to get the exclusive troop. Yeah, it's a 20% chance that you get the featured troop for a week. Which means regardless of when you open, 80% of it will be just random junk. And this is the main reason why you normally want to hold. Because currently, I think there's 32 shiny troops in the game. Whereas, give it like a year, there's going to be like 100-ish in the game. Maybe not that many, but really big number. Way more than there is now. Because realistically, we should, based on current rates, we should be getting about 4 a month or so. So what is that, like 48 per year? Yeah, math. 48 per year. So, yeah, by this time next year, there'd be about 80-ish, give or take a little bit. But about 80-ish shiny cards in the game. Compared to right now, where I believe there's 32 or 31. Or however many it is right now. Which is not even 100% sure. What's the minimum per tiers to finish all the weekly rewards? This week, I'm not sure. I believe it's like tier 5 or so. So supposedly that's bugged and it's supposed to be less. Slightly hard to tell because Isabel's carrying the guild. But based on where my score is and everything else, it seems like it's about like tier 4, tier 5 you would need to get. Though they might be toning it down on some of the other weeks. Because this is just the start of them rescaling it, so they might be rescaling it down a little. Because they have to rescale it for the double points, but they might tone down how it's scaled a little. We'll find out next week when we have Tower of Doom. So Tower of Doom should be a pretty free one. Tower of Doom was one of those kind of modes where you already got like a lot of points. The main thing to note with Tower of Doom next week, though, is make sure you use the Doom weapon on every Doom fight. Technically, the fight before the Doom, I don't think there's a benefit in doing it. I'm not sure if it doubles the scroll that you get at the end. I'm not actually sure on that. But I know for sure that it will double the Doom when you fight the Doom. So you basically, on every single boss fight, have to run the new weapon. So like the new ring that we're getting next week, you have to run that in order to get double Dooms for the Doom kill. I'm not sure if it does anything on the previous battle prior to the Doom. But I know for sure that it will double the amount of Doom you get for killing out the actual Doom fight. But I don't believe you have to use it on the rooms leading up to it, just on the Doom fight itself. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Which would also make logical sense, as the Doom weapon, you know, is supposed to counter the Dooms. So making it mandatory on that battle kind of makes sense. Or not really mandatory, but, you know, kind of mandatory. Pseudo-mandatory, since it's giving you double points. You'd be missing out on double points from not using it. Slug can't even kill Explore 12 without boost. The reason you use Slug is not because he's quick, but because he can farm a lot of gold. He's tied at highest gold rate in the game. And to my understanding, it's the most consistent way to get gold in the current state of the game. Unless there's another build out there that I'm not aware of. But like that one main team we were testing, it's old Skeleton Key meta. Which used to be the quickest in the past, and now is also the quickest because another one didn't really come up. Like, there were other gold farm teams, but there weren't any as quick as old Skeleton Key. And now we do have an option as quick as it. But yeah, as far as how quickly it wins a battle, it's really slow. It's actually really slow at winning a fight. However, it's not meant to win a fight quickly. It's meant to get a lot of gold quickly. Bronze-Lock Pistol, Diamantina, Cedric. Yeah, as far as getting overall value, it is still probably quicker to quick kill Explore 12 than it is to gold farm with him. Just because Diamantina is so quick for it already. But you do get slightly more gold, I'm pretty sure, still from using Slug. It's just you get more overall value from using the Diamantina quick kill. Because you're cycling through more Explore 12s. Hey, there we go. That's the verse 3 I wanted to see. Alright, let's go run some Paloozas. I wanted to go until we found a verse 3, and that's the verse 3. Hey, we got a merchant off of it. Let's see what we get here. Oh no. Is 3 Hanu's worth it? Have we ever made a determination that this is or is not worth it? I'm gonna skip. We're getting so many orbs these days from Underspire. I'll just take the 3 event keys. There we go. Anyways, so, next order of business. Let's go run some Paloozas. Let's go run some Paloozas. Also, thank you, Lady Alfred, for leaving a like. Greatly appreciate it. Also, hello, Ginky. Welcome, welcome. Alright, let's go and set my team. Because I'm actually not using the Palooza team. I'm using the farming team. So let me go set 2 Paloozas. And yeah, let's go run the first Palooza of the weekend. See what we can get. So we're starting at 200 and 830. 200 Volkeys and 830 Epic Volkeys. And yeah, let's see what we can get. Also, why is this blinking? Wait, why is there an exclamation point here? Is it related to the Vault event? That's weird. Oh, you know why? I think it's related to the Legends Reborn. Because I didn't claim my loot yet. I think it's telling me I have unclaimed Legends Reborn loot. That makes sense. Speaking of which, we have all the yellow kills. I haven't claimed this guy, so let me go get him. But yeah, I think that's the exclamation point is for unclaimed Legends Reborn loot. There we go. Now there should be no exclamation point, right? Yep, there we go. Okay, that was the problem. There we go. The useless pet has been upgraded. The other 3 are really good. Oh wait, I never upgraded the shiny pet from last week. Whoops. Could have helped us win those battles a little bit smoother, but oh well. We'll go max this guy out. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, do it to you as well. Upgrade, level up. Get it all the way up. Level, level, level. Oh, they both needed brown. Not likely we have, like, infinite white food. And there we go. And yeah, Clockwork Knight's unfortunately not useful. The other 3 are, though. The other 3 buffs are for Bork, Tesla, and Tina 9000, all of which are really good, all 3 of them. Speaking of which, we might as well, if we're already going through all these pets, you know what? We're already here. Let me go buy the Tesla Max. Oh, wait, I shouldn't do that, though. Oh, I should have done this yesterday! Oh, I meant to do this yesterday. You know what? I'm gonna wait till next week. Because we have 2 weeks for this, right? Yeah. We have 2 weeks to do this, so I'm gonna do it next week. I meant to throw down that pet thingy for next week. I mean, when it wasn't a Vault event. Because there's no point in doing a pet gnome bait during a Vault event weekend. Because the rate of finding pet gnomes is already so ridiculously high. So, yeah, I need to wait till next Monday at the earliest. To be able to use them. So I'm going to hold off on maxing the Tesla. Whoops. I meant to do that last night. Completely slipped my mind. Anyways, let's go run a Palooza. Oh, did I set up the team yet? Let me go double check. I know I clicked on it. I forget if I actually did a battle with it yet or not. Yeah, I know. I should not buy it. Because you can't choose when you use the pet bait. It just gets used automatically. So you'd want to wait until next week. It would be very bad value to go for it today, tomorrow, or Sunday. Gotta wait till next Monday at the earliest. Alright, let's go run a Palooza. Should have 5 in here. And let's start running through them. Not sure if we're gonna run every single one of those 5 this stream, but definitely gonna chip into them. And see what we can get. Also, hopefully the timer works this time around. It's been freezing on us lately. Buy 1 copy of Paid and then use the orb. Well, it always gives magic. It gives Phi to all stats. So it also gives Phi to all stats to Tesla. But yeah, I still find it funny that Tesla doesn't use magic. I think the funniest thing is, they buffed Tesla like a month or 2 ago when they did the Adana rework, which would have been the perfect opportunity to make her slightly boost ratio off of her magic. And then they didn't do it. They still buffed her, which is the weirdest thing. Instead, it's kind of weird because the buff they gave her is actually better than if they gave her magic boost ratio. If she had a 1-to-1 based on her magic, it would be less damage output than a extra 1 on her boost ratio. Meaning, even though they still didn't give her a magic boost ratio, the buff they gave her is stronger than if they would have. Hello, Tyrion. Welcome, welcome. You reminded me yesterday? Oh, no. Must have completely slipped near the end of this stream. Yeah, I meant to run it last night, but it's not too big a deal if we just run it next Monday. Gonna do the same loot regardless if we do it on yesterday or Monday. It's only less loot if I do it today, tomorrow, or Sunday. Hello, Kikolier. Welcome, welcome. From now on, you'll also leave a metal slot empty so it makes the first grind quicker. Well, it only makes it quicker if you don't use any of the start a battle ones. If I'm not mistaken, all the stat ones don't have any animation. So your battle isn't any slower by using extra stats. The only one that makes it slower is using Metal of Anu, which I actually am using right now. I should probably take it off. But Metal of Anu and Orpheus are the only two that actually slow it down. Yeah, I probably should take off the Anu. Or like pure magic or something. Well, Orpheus does too, if it triggers. Orpheus doesn't always trigger. Anu does every time. Orpheus does on % chance. But yes, Orpheus does delay as well. It's just not always because it doesn't always trigger. Well, we'll fix that when we get back there. No point in doing it now because the amount of time it's going to save is not as much time as it would take to go and switch it out. These only saves you like, maybe like 20 seconds over the course of a Palooza. Maybe even less than that. It's a very small amount. But every little bit helps when battles take like 10 seconds. And when I say 20 seconds, I mean over the course of the entire Palooza, not just one single battle. Because each battle, you're saving like milliseconds. Like maybe like 1/20th of a second. I mean, not that small, but like 1/10 of a second or something. What's Volky total are we going for? We're trying to get to 500 this weekend, which means we're getting 300. But I do want to make sure we get 300, not counting epic Volkies. Counting pity, but not counting epics. I want to try to see if we can get 300, because that'll bring us to a solid 500 plus total, which we'll use over the next month, whenever the next Vault event is. Our next Vault event's already around the corner. I believe it's like late August or really early September. No, we're not going to go for 690. Maybe if we get really lucky on finding first threes. But unless we get absurdly lucky when I'm farming it during the day, tomorrow and Sunday, there's no way we're going to hit that high. It'd require a lot of first threes to be found. So far this weekend, I've only found 2. One earlier today and one this stream. Got pretty unlucky when I was going for them earlier, though. Because I should have had like 3 to 4 with how much I grinded earlier, but only got 1. Well, luckily the first one we find this stream is 1 as well. Or 1-3. You know what I mean. Too many numbers. 1 singular 3 gnome. Your lowest one is now 2. Mine was 2 for the lowest, for the longest time. And now it's almost completely 180'd. Because I think it's my second highest now. And it was inching closer to being our absolute highest, so still has a little ways to go. You have this gold farming team? Which one is it? But yeah, I hope to have that video out probably tomorrow. Most likely. Hopefully. Soon TM. And then we can cover the shiny key video on Sunday. Which will also be probably the only instance of us opening shiny keys in the next year. Unless something drastic changes with them. What do you think about the fact that some people can't do vault events properly because of the sore eyes from the screen? I don't know, I have pretty sensitive eyes as well. I personally haven't found it to be too much of an issue with vault event for the most part. Because it follows pretty similar patterns. You can actually do it by clicking almost just purely with audio cues. Because I know when I do it idly on mobile, like 80% of gameplay is just audio cues. Because you have to click in the same location every time. It never changes. Only problem is when you have one of those troops that survive the hit. Because a lot of times I'm not even looking at the screen when I'm doing it. Including when we're kind of streaming. It was a little bit harder when you're streaming because I'm really bad at like the distance of a mouse movement. The finger movement is a lot more obvious where you're clicking. Because it's always the same spot on the same part of the screen. Yeah, the new visuals are definitely a bit weird. They're slightly growing on me, but the biggest issue I have with the new card layout appearance is mostly how the numbers look on this page right here. That is still my biggest issue. Then the fact you can't see traits anymore in this menu without clicking on them. But the biggest issue visually for me is more so just the numbers overlapping weird colors. And the fact that it's different on every single troop. Because if it was the same colors there on everyone, it wouldn't be as big a deal. But the fact that it's different on every single one makes it kind of clunky. Especially when it's green on green or yellow on yellow or something similar. O'Shea's Tome, Slug Hoarder, and 2x Cedric. Interesting. O'Shea's Tome is a pretty good mana accumulator for that. It does get 50%. How are you getting most of your gold, though? I guess you're getting partially from hero class, because you might be using a hero class that gains 5 gold per turn. Because that team seems like it would work. I'm just not sure how you're getting the rest of the gold. Because it seems like damage output will be really slow initially. Even though you have a lot of mana. You use a color filter on your PC for that now? That's funny. I know some people are actually doing that with, because that was one thing that really bothered me with the most recent Pokemon game of Scarlet and Violet. Is they didn't have any audio cue for shinies in the wild. So you had to like strain your eyes the entire time when you were playing trying to find shinies. Because you were constantly just staring at the screen trying to see which pixels are slightly different than the other pixels. And it was really, really annoying. And I don't think they still added any issue. But some people were like going and like doing special filters or looking at it through like an OBS thingy, like if you have a capture card. And they were doing that and putting like filters over it so that it would be easier to see and not be as harsh on the eyes to see the difference. A lot of weird workarounds. I wouldn't go that far with Gems of War though. I tried to even bother doing that for the Pokemon game either, but some people did. You missed the big mana number? Yeah, the mana number is kind of hard to see. Also, one thing that's weird is the mana number disappears when you have full mana. Which to some degree makes sense. But that can also get kind of confusing if you forget like what something's mana cost is, especially with the new shiny variants having a slightly different mana cost. Because not only do you have to memorize what the mana cost is for every troop, which we have memorized at this point, but you also have to factor in how shiny they are and what their mana cost is relative to how shiny they are. Luckily, there's not that many shinies in the game, so that's not too big a deal. But once we have like 100 plus shinies, it's going to be quite a bit more of a factor. Because not only do you need to know a troop's mana cost, but also if it's shiny, and if it's shiny level 1 or shiny level 3. Shiny level 1 will have 1 lower, and shiny level 3 will have 2 lower. So you basically have to memorize 3 numbers to 3 visuals. But not for every troop. But eventually, like, 10% of the troops in the game will be shiny at some point. Right now, it's way less than that. It's like, what, 1%, 2%, somewhere around there? But eventually that number will be closer to like 10, 20% over time. There's the other reason for hoarding all the keys as well. Because the number of shinies we have right now is so small compared to how many we're going to have in the future. Yeah, 2 more minutes. Let's not forget about the timer. So I need to go grab the water. I put it next to my bed. And haven't grabbed it since I started streaming. Because that was relaxing when I was farming the verses earlier. Just kind of chilling. Yeah, I'm not happy with most of the other gold farm teams I made. The initial one we had was basically skeleton key rate. But beyond that, oh no, it just didn't really seem like the other ones were that worth using. And I tried making double of him work. But the range at which you have to do it at just doesn't seem as worth it. Oh, it still works. Just at that point, you're better off just doing the Explore 12 version. Oh, Epic Vault Key there. Nice. I think that's our first one of the night. Unfortunately, pretty bad final fight. But a final fight nonetheless. Give it a few extra seconds just in case. And actually, you know what? This would be a good time to go grab the water. 1 second. The water has been grabbed. The water has been depleted. Gosh, I was thirsty all of a sudden. Anyways, where were we? Alright, let's go finish this thing up. Now I need another water. That'll be fine. Hey, a Valky at the end. Nice. And that loot really got boosted much, but we'll take it. Because that one gem key and Valky would have been the same regardless. One thing we got were a few more jewels, which you don't really need. Oh, the 2 pet orbs from earlier. See if we got anything from them. Anything good? No, boo. I still want to see a pet orb from one of those. Anyways. Next order of business. Let's go update our numbers. So where are we at right now? We got 2 epics and 19 normals. Nice. Not bad. That's pretty much on drop rate. What you would expect. Which that's as exact on drop rate as you would normally see. Like anywhere from 18 to 20 vault keys and 2 epic vault keys is pretty much exact average. Oh, there we go. Anyways, let's go run another. Let's go run another. We still have like a stack of 4. Oh, excuse me. No, I'm hiccuping from the water. I almost said fruit. Though I should probably go for some fruit tonight. Got some fresh blueberries the other day too. I haven't even gotten into them yet. Well, it was because I was eating the bananas while they were still ripe. Anyways, let's see. Let's go do another Palooza. Alright. Let's go run another one back. Start it up. And right back in we go. I said hello, Logic Slayer! Welcome, welcome. Oh, wait. I didn't even notice that until I saw the loot. We got a verse. I was paying attention to the chat thingy and looking to the left and not to the actual team. But we just got a verse 3. That means we just got a new Palooza. We got a Palooza in our Palooza. I missed the days when it first came out where you get like 1 billion Paloozas back in your Palooza. But yeah, there was a Palooza in our Palooza. Nice. Got a verse 3 in our thingy, which is the one we need. So now we're right back where we were. No, they always have been dropping in Gnome Paloozas. It's just the rate of dropping was drastically nerfed as of... oh, don't... no! He ran! But it was drastically nerfed, like, pretty much near immediately when the mode came out. But the Dragonite Gnome got away. Luckily, it was a nerfed value Dragonite Gnome, but still. Because during Palooza, we're only getting like 10-20% of the loot from each one of these things. But luckily, whole numbers cannot be depleted. So whenever you get a Vault Key, you still get a Vault Key. Whenever you get a Gem Key, you still get a Gem Key, so on and so forth. With the most noteworthy one being Vault Keys, because the Vault Key rate, oddly enough, has never actually been nerfed for Paloozas. The rate at which you can farm them has been. And like getting verses during them. But the actual vault keys per Palooza that you open has never actually been nerfed at any point. Even though a lot of things around them have been nerfed over the years. But yeah, gnomes dropping in Paloozas has always been a thing. Just ever since the first week, they nerfed it into the ground so that their drop rate is like near non-existent. But you still see one like every several Paloozas. The main reason why that one surprised me is it's the actual one I needed. It's not just any verse, but the verse we actually need. After this Palooza, I think we'll start tearing off some of our dailies. And then go back to opening Paloozas. Because we still need to go do Underspire. See if there's anything good on an adventure board. Though based on it being 9, it can't be anything too good. I'll just clear all those out real quick. Come on, good drops. There we go, Volky. Oh yeah, did you see the $50 offer for the 3 sets? I'm not sure why. That's one thing I always found really weird. When they were first gonna add the weekly offers, it was known that one of them was going to be the verses, but we didn't know how much it was gonna be. So it was like, oh, if it's like under 200 or like under 300, I can't remember what I said, but like under 200, under 300, it's like, oh, it would be worth it to always buy them. I think it was if it was under 200, it would have always been worth buying them for 200 gems each. And then they came out and they were only like, what, 50 gems each? And it was so absurdly cheap. But for whatever reason, anytime they ever sell them for money, it's like they're worth like 1,000 gems each or something. Or something absurd. Like, their actual value when they charge money for it is almost as if they have a value of like 400 to 500 gems each. Yet when you get them in game, they're only 50 gems each. Which is something I was always very confused by. Because I was expecting to be closer to like 300 plus when Versus first came out for, you know, being able to buy them with gems. And then they were only 50. But every time they've ever sold them, they have sold them for such an absurdly high amount of money. Way beyond, what they're actually worth in game. Like, the most they should be charging is like $5 for a set. Even that's pushing it a little. Though you are getting the gems with it as well. Well, with the current offer, I think it's like $13.33 per set. Which is way too much. Is Skeleton Key 2x Cedric teams still faster than Slug Hoarder teams? No. Now, from what I'm aware of, pretty sure Slug Hoarder's still quicker due to the damage reduction on Skeleton Key. Yeah, we'll be covering the Gold Farm team tomorrow. I'm not sure what other teams to include with it, though. I've been messing around with several. I do have 3 teams set up, but I'm not too happy with the other 2. So, hello, Easy Breezy. Welcome, welcome. Maybe I could just compare it to some other gold farming teams in the game rather than making them all Slug Hoarder teams. I just kind of compare it to what already exists for killing out Explore 12 for gold farming, rather than making every single one of them a Slug Hoarder team. Even though it's a Slug Hoarder team video. But there's only one Slug Hoarder team I'm really happy with. The rest work, but they're not ideal. What's the team? It was Cedric, Egg Thief, Slug Hoarder, Cedric. We were messing with it the other night. You double cast him initially on first slot, then you one-shot the other 3. So you do have to cast them 5 times, but your Egg Thief gets very quickly to the point where it's just maxing out mana every single time. And one nice thing about it too is you don't have to worry about revives. Like, revives are still annoying, but compared to doing like an AoE wipe, it doesn't take as much for it to get back to re-kill. So it's a gold farming team that can actually be used for 20% chasing. Because there isn't really anything too annoying that gets in its way, for the most part. I would say the only thing, I guess, maybe being Barrier, but you have Egg Thief to get rid of that. Alright, 2 minutes left on the Palooza. And then we'll go clear out, I guess, Underspire. See if we can get a floor 5 completion. And we'll only have 1 floor left to do the next 2 days. Which means tomorrow we're probably only going to spend 50 gems on it. And then on Sunday we go as much as we need to go until we win. That was a very unfortunate battle. Also, I have not seen a single Mimic all day, which is actually a good thing, not a bad thing for once. Because you actually don't want to find Mimics when you're doing Paloozas. Or verse farming. Now, for verse farming, it doesn't matter as much, but for Paloozas, it's quite a bit of a slowdown. Because you either have to kill it or click on a different kingdom. As long as you have a couple kingdoms set to explore one, it's not too big a deal. It just still slows you down a little. this one's not too good of a room. Come on, show us a really good one. Say like a 4 glory gnome or something. Ooh, double glory. That's nice, but it's not nice enough to wait 30 seconds on. I'd rather try for one more vault key in these next few fights. Alright, single glory, not quite. Yeah, we can probably get one more, and then we have to take whatever that next one is. I think we can squeeze one more in after this one. It's gonna be too tight. We're just gonna leave it here. There's a chance we could have made it, but I'm not gonna risk it. Just gonna wait it out. You're 41 red deeds away from what? What milestone are you about to reach? Oh, wow. Look at that. Epic Vulcan final kill. Not bad. Waiting on it gave us like almost no loot again. But, still pretty nice. So far, both of our 2 Palooza finishes gained like 0 extra loot from finishing over the time. There we go. Let's add up our numbers. Alright, 2. Let's see. That brings us to 6 and 35. So we actually got 4 epic Volkies that cycle. That's not bad at all. And we found a verse 3 there too. Or was it on the previous one? One or the other. Anyways, let's clear out some of the dailies. Got a few okay ones. Got some gems here. We got the knick-knack stuff. Bring out Phoenicia. Bring out Zorgoth for the other thing. Go to Underspire real quick. Maybe even touch on World Event a little. Or Invasion, I should say. And then straight back to the Paloozas. Because I do definitely want to run at least 2 more Paloozas this stream. Maybe 3, but definitely at least 2. And we should almost be done with Underspire today, too. We should be able to find the boss room and get past the 5th door. Which means the only thing we'd have left is the whole 6th section. And we have 2 days to basically finish out the final section. Which is plenty enough time. Even 1 day would probably be enough. Unless we got really unlucky. Oh, looks like Tribute's ready as well. Probably grab that. Oh, we've already been going for an hour, it looks like then. Pretty sure I grabbed Tribute right before the stream today. Oh, the Max Pride lands? Nice. Oh, I'm still a ways from doing that. Yeah, you get an extra attack buff permanently from doing so. Well, technically 2. Which is not bad at all. Yeah, I think I got mine to 18, didn't I? Because I was going to commit to it. Still not quite all the way there yet, though, but we're getting there. I still have to 5 gold elite level them, too. Oh, yeah, that was another factor, too. I need 1 more troop to come around. Because otherwise, I can't actually max the bandit thing. Oh, I hope that happens. Almost forgot about that. Because even with it like that, I might not be able to max it out because of bandit. But they're bound to get another troop there at some point. You can max a Brown Kingdom, but you have no clue what. Yeah. None of the Brown Kingdoms are particularly really good value at the moment. I'm not sure which one is closest to 30 star. But they're getting there. Oh, is it the Guess the Door day? No, no Guess the Door. We haven't played Guess the Door for a while. Alright, let's go bring out these Zorgoth Catherics guy. I'm not sure why I'm still running this exact team of them. This isn't even my favorite variant of them, but we're still rolling with it. It gets the job done. As long as he doesn't miss 1,000 times in a row. I would love if you cleansed sometime today. Nice, he actually learned how to extra turn. We got it. About time. Probably running cleanse metals. Even though stun disables it, curse does not. Oh no, it just drained all my mana. I needed that mana. Wow, it actually learned how to extra turn again. Amazing. Ooh, this needs the extra turn. No, Zorgoth, you failed us. Luckily, he distracted himself, so it didn't matter. Hello, Garrett. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, a little bit of a miss there. Alright, let's go get the missing Zorgoth down. Honestly, that's what we should call him. He'll be known as the missing Zorgoth. Not to be confused with the hitting Zorgoth. Alright, there we go. Alright, next. We have two things left. Underspire and World Event. Or I keep saying World Event, I mean invasions. Let's do invasions first. Wait, why didn't it prompt me to tell me I'm not using the metals? Oh, but duh, because it's invasions. Wow, I keep thinking it's World Event in every way. Keep forgetting. It feels weird seeing him as shiny. Look at that. Look at all his bling. That's a lot of bling. That is a very substantial amount of blingage. It's hideous? I don't know. I don't mind it. I do have to say, I do like it more in Crystal Turtle. But I think it works. The Crystal Turtle, I would say, is the better shiny between the two. Not to be confused with more viable. Because I would say this guy's more viable as a shiny. But visually, the shiny just works better on the turtle. Hey, that's another factor I almost forgot about him. He has Merchant trait. Which gives you even more gold on top of the gold you're already going to get. Because I keep thinking all his damage is coming from Cedric, but some of his damage actually comes from himself. Alright, did we get a Valraven Tower here, or is this the end of the line for today? It is the end of the line. I should have taken the green first, though I guess it didn't really matter, did it? Oh, I'm trying to set up a skull. Fine, I'll get mana instead. There we go. We're not quite there yet, but very soon. Very, very soon. Next order of business. Only one thing left. That's not related to the other thing. Good old Underspire. And we already have the door. Though we do need to go find the boss room. Let's go do that. We have 12 torches right now. And that was only with one tier bought, so we can still buy one more tier. Technically we buy 2 more tier, but we're only going to go 1 more deeper. Also, see if we can beat last week's. What are we at right now? Because last week we did 113. I'm curious if we're going to get lower. Because that means we would have gotten a lower number every week. Because right now, I don't think I'm on track to actually be lower. As weird as that may seem. Because we did substantially lower the first time around. Or sorry, 113 was our first time, wasn't it? Never mind. Wait, what did we do last week then? I don't even remember now. It was like a 96 or something, I think. What are we at right now? I think we're at like 70 something. Or 60 something. Yeah, we're at 72. Interesting. Yeah, I think last week was a 90 something. So we're still on track to beat it. If we don't get too unlucky here. Though it is probably going to be 100 something for completion. And yeah, and after this we'll go run 2 more Paloozas then. That means we would have gotten 4 in total for today. And then the rest of the weekend, we'll probably try to do what we did last time. Where we tried going for like 15-ish. These actually worked out pretty well. Just need to make sure I get more during the day tomorrow and Sunday. Now, we should see a double branching path either next room or the following room. Which way we're going depends on what way it's pointing. I'm not sure why I did that first. It was a really bad order. And we killed him from the 7 damage from Thief. Whoa, Merchant! Oh. Oh? Oh wait, why am I going this way? Wait, no, that's correct. Wait, never mind. Hold up. Yeah, it's between these 2 Wait, I'm so confused. Wait. Oh. Really? Wait, really? I see what's going on here. It's right there. What a weird spot to have it. Because, yeah, this is our other door. This would be off path. So you're trying to tell me it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? There's no way it's right there. But yeah, it would have to be. Because it can't be there. That's not possible. Really? That's one of the weirdest ones I've seen yet. That is really weird. Yeah, it would have to be, because it's guaranteed not there. Unless this is the weird exception one. Because it's 100% not there. Apparently it's not over here. Which only leaves 1 path left. Unless I'm missing something here. I was not expecting that to be there. I guess it has to be somewhere, though. Also, I want to count something. How far off is the merchant from the boss door room? Should go check that number. Or this sigil room, whatever that thing is called. The keystone door. I have heard from some people that the 6-room thing isn't always true. In my current underworlding, or deep spiring, underspiring, I have not seen an exception to it yet, but I have heard people mention that there are exceptions to it. I want to see something, though. Yeah, it's only 4 away. That's so weird. I don't know what the logic is for merchants. Because merchant seems to be the most sporadic. Like, this merchant is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 off of main path. And is 9 from the keystone door. Whereas this one is 3 off of main path. And also 3 from the keystone door. Which is just so weird. And you look at this one, and I think this one is 6 as well. I think it tries to be 6, but sometimes it can't be. Which I think is where the exceptions come in from. So technically this one could be it. I think the exception comes into play if the area you're in is all the way to the side. Like literally forced against the wall. I think is when you start hitting the exception. Which means that one room right there could actually be the door. But I think it makes that exception when you are forced to a section that is all the way against the border wall. Because if it's in a nice open area, it's always going to be 6 away. But when you're squeezed against the wall, it looks like it could be less. Which to some degree is a good thing. Because that's less battles to get to it. But it does ruin the pattern we've been using. But you would know it's happening if you're pressed against a wall. But in an open area, it seems like it'll always be 6 away. Alright, moment of truth. We're 2 rooms away. And then we'll know for sure. Not this vision, but the next vision, we should be able to see it. I feel like there's an extra turn somewhere here, but I don't see it. Alright, well, whatever we just did it, so. Let's see, we'll take that over. Get a turnip down. Get a truffle. Come on, get full mana already. How are you not full mana? There you go. Another one bites the dust. There it is. Okay. Well, I don't know. If people are saying it's an exception... Yeah, it is. Hold up. That's a 4. So that's the case. Okay. So it is always 6 rooms away. Unless the section you're in is against the wall. Then it's always 4 away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because people earlier were mentioning it was 4 away when they were doing theirs. And that seems to be the case. It'll be 4 away if it's squished against the wall. But otherwise, it will always be 6. Seemingly. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, well, there we go. But that still meant that guarantee wasn't there. So that was still true. Because that would have only been 2 off the path. Which I'm pretty sure will never happen. It's either going to be 4 or 6. Most commonly 6, but very occasionally 4 if you're pinned to the wall. Interesting. Anyways, let's go take this battle. And let's go move to the final section. Should be able to finish that in the next 2 days. Probably spend only 50 gems on each of the 2 days. And we should be able to get it completed. Because you have to keep in mind, we still have the 1 lantern to use on the other room too. So it's 1 whole less torch we need. These on the 6 boss, we're going to be throwing the lantern down. Come on, get full mana. I just want to devour him. There we go. We never did have a code yet, did we? We could do that. There we go. Let's go into the code. Right before we enter foot into the final section. Let's see. This should be standard code. Here you guys go. Let's see. There you guys go. Enjoy. Alright, so, let's go and, see what's in the final section. We're probably not going to be able to get too far with 5 torches, but we'll see what we can do. And then we'll head right back to Palooza's, as I do still want to run 2 more of them tonight. And we'll probably try to do what we did last Vault event, because it actually worked out pretty well. I think we're going to try to aim for 15 Paloozas. Even though we're only going to have 4 today, we just didn't have that many reserved, but we should have more in the next 2 days. Because there should be enough pretty consistently to hit the number we're looking for, especially counting pity. Because if we get on drop rate, we should be about 300 Vault keys just from that alone, not even counting pity. And even if it goes a little under counting pity, it'll be way over 300. Because you should be averaging about 20 per. And some of those 20 will be epic Vault keys, but still. Oh, hello, Ricardo! Welcome, welcome. Let's see what we can do with our final few fights. Well, there's only 1 path to go, so not much too much decision making to do yet. 1 singular path. What are you doing, casting Submerge? What is my truffle supposed to do now? Oh, that worked surprisingly well for how submerged they were. Why is this path so straight? I was expecting it to diverge by now. We're like 3 rooms into it, it's just a straight line. And we already know for sure the next one has to be straight line because it's not even possible for it to diverge because the other way is nothing. We got a really weird layout this time, I do have to say. The strategy changes so much when you're up against the wall like that. And we've been there like the whole like 2.5 sections there. I've never seen my pattern have such a wall-heavy pattern. That's why did I do that? I already had the win condition, but there we go. I guess we still had the win condition. There we go. Yeah, look at this. Look at how much of our floor was against this wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 tiles against the wall. That is the most we have ever had by far. Not even close. And we're not even done. There might be a few more by the time we finish. I have never seen so many pressed against the wall like that. That's funny, our turnip's frozen. As if that's gonna stop it from extra turning. Like, it stops the guarantee extra turn, but it has so many other ways to extra turn that, It basically has almost no effect on it. Like, we haven't missed a single turn of extra turn since we've been frozen on it. That's how good its extra turn rate is. Oh, we finally missed one, but it was already the winning match, so it didn't matter. Hey, finally, a diverging path. And guess what? One of them goes against the wall. To wall or not to wall, that is the question. So far, I don't think anything of value has been against the wall. And I am pretty confident that they will never put a door against the wall. They might put a boss room against the door, against the wall, but I don't think they would ever put a door there. Just to make sure they would never accidentally have one go out of bounds. I don't know, have any of you ever seen a door against the wall yet? Because I'm pretty sure it's not possible. Boss room? Possibly. Door, I'm almost guaranteed will never be. To wall or not to wall? That is a question that shall be answered tomorrow. Because we have two paths, either wall path or not wall path. And I'm leaning towards... Oh, yeah. We already confirmed that a boss room can be. But I'm pretty sure door cannot. So that does mean boss room could be over there. But no, we're going to head left first. Also, I got to remember to lantern the next boss we see. But we're definitely going to make a left tomorrow. And go from there. So we're currently at 83. My goal is to get under 100 completion. And we'll have 12 torches to use tomorrow. And then if that doesn't do it, we'll have 5 to 12 to use on... Or, sorry, 7 to 12 to use on Sunday then. But yeah, we might be able to finish it tomorrow. We'll throw down 50 gems and see how far we can get. Or who knows, maybe we'll just even use the 7 torches first and then see how far that gets us. Because if we know we're within range, we might not even need to spend any more gems. We probably only need to spend 0 to 100 more gems. Split 50-50, or we might not even need to spend any. Well, we'll see how it goes tomorrow. Anyways, Underspire completed. Well, not completed, but you know. Until tomorrow. Alright, now let's go run 2 more Paloozas. Make sure I'm using the correct team. And we're basically running Palooza for the rest of the time then. We'll go run 2 more of these little guys. I need to go find my team. Yeah, that's the right one. Did I use the free lantern? No. I deliberately didn't grab the lantern yet, so I wouldn't accidentally use it. A strategy I probably should have been doing since the beginning. I'm not sure why it didn't cross my mind until a little bit later. But it is actually better to never grab the lantern until the second you need it, as it stays there forever. And if you grab it early, you could accidentally misclick it. So I still have my 1 lantern. We can actually see it right over here if I click on it. Oh, that's not where I meant to go. But if we go to Underspire, not to be confused with Underworld, as I just clicked. But yeah, my lantern's still there. You can grab it whenever. And I'm just keeping it there just so I don't accidentally ever misclick it. And that's the reason we don't have our lantern. But we haven't used it yet. I just put it there to just never misclick it. And then we'll grab it the second we need it. Because obviously we're saving it for the double gold orb. Double gold glory. Let's go run some Palooza. If anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, do let me know. At this point, the rest of the stream shall be Palooza and only Paloozas. And see what we can get. Yeah, I want to try hitting 15 again, I think. That's a pretty nice number, I feel, for a weekend event like this. Try hitting 15 Paloozas, which is a pretty consistent 300 Vault keys as well. And I should have a little bit more time tomorrow and Sunday throughout the day to be able to grind for verses. So hopefully going into tomorrow and Sunday night we'll have plenty to use. Because we didn't have that many going into tonight. I think we had 4. And we found the other one during the stream. Actually, we found 2 this stream. So I actually found more this stream than I even found while farming today. Because we found one from farming actual verse farming, and the other one was in our Palooza. Second Palooza we used today had a verse 3 in it. Oh, do we have a spot open again? Someone was just asking the other day if they could join the guild. I honestly completely forget who it was, though. I need to go double check the stream from like 3 days ago. Because there was someone the other day who wanted to join us, but we were full at the time, like on Tuesday. It was you? It was not you, Lester. I don't remember who it was, but it was not you. Oh, speaking of verse 3, wow, wait. Look at that. We just got back-to-back Paloozas with a free Palooza in them. Wow, that is really lucky. 2 out of the 3 Paloozas we've ran so far tonight have gotten refunded. Since verse 3 is the only thing we need for a Palooza. That is very nice. I haven't been this lucky in Paloozas for a very long time. The overall loot has been pretty average, but getting a free Palooza in your Palooza is basically just a free Palooza at that point. So very nice. It's like when you get a Vault Key in your Vault Key, except even better. Oh, please click. There we go. Oh, is someone named Ellie? Yeah, they haven't been around too often, but they stopped back around again. And they're still interested, we could get them in. A boring stream? I don't know. I personally enjoy doing Paloozas. Not sure how good the viewing experience is on Palooza, but I find them to be a ton of fun. And most people just tend to watch in the background while they're farming Paloozas themselves. I don't know. Vault Weekends are when you get to get all the good shiny loot. But yeah, it is a little bit repetitive team-wise, though. Because you're pretty much just using the same team the whole time. Nice, another verse. Not the one I need, though, but another verse nonetheless. Please click. Gosh, I hate drag click so much. There's one advantage that controller has quite a bit as well. Because you can never drag click with controller. Whereas you can cancel your clicks by moving your mouse slightly. Which is pretty much what happens anytime you see like nothing happening. It's because we clicked and then dragged. And it just canceled our click because of it. You can slightly do the same on mobile, though it's a lot harder to do on mobile. Because it's not like you're dragging your fingers across the screen. When you're doing mouse, you're dragging the mouse across the screen. Making it a lot more likely. Though I don't think we got a single epic Volkey this time around. But to a degree, it almost doesn't even matter since this whole verse is essentially free due to finding one within it. At this point, we pretty much have found a whole and a half in a sense. Because we found the one we needed, plus we found another verse to go with it. Not quite the verse we needed, but you know, still requires 4 every time. Even though there's one that we need more than all the others, we still need to get some amount of the other ones. Otherwise, they'll start to fall behind our lowest number. I think it's 4 that I need the most of that isn't 3. I'm pretty sure. And we just got a 1, so that doesn't really help much. You're getting enough verses till you can get enough verse 4s. Then you can nap and start paloozing all weekend. That sounds like a plan. Yeah, some people tend to divvy it up differently. I personally like doing it back and forth. Where I farm a few paloozas, then I use a few verses, then I farm a few, then use them. But yeah, some people go the other way around, where you farm for all the paloozas for like 10 plus hours straight, however long. And then you just throw all the paloozas at once. Or, you know, not literally at once, but, you know, back to back. I personally like switching back and forth, though. Though it is technically slightly more time efficient to just stick with one and then do all the other. Doesn't save that much time, though. Because I much prefer just going for a few verses, farming them, and then using them. Well, you definitely can upfront farm all of them. Oh, Volkey with an epic Volkey. Love to see it. One of the better drops out there. I still want to see the elusive triple or quad epic Volkey. I can't remember if we've ever gotten to triple. I know we've gotten double a billion times, though. I don't recall if we ever pulled off the triple. Pretty sure we have at one point. Though I know for sure we've never pulled off the 4 epic Volkey. Though we have pulled off the 4 Volkey before. So that's way easier to do. Five more minutes for this Palooza, then we'll go throw one last one for tonight. And you know what? We'll hand out a code after this Palooza too, might as well. Since it is Vault event weekend, might as well give out a little extra. I still haven't gotten the new codes from Jetto yet. But she did say there was an issue with the program. So that it would take her a little bit longer to get them out. But luckily I have enough of reserve right now that that's not really going to matter. Oh, so did we just triple Volkey that previous one? I'm pretty sure we just did. Not too bad. We were just talking about triple and quads. And there's a triple right there. Though unfortunately it wasn't a triple epic. But a triple's a triple. Ooh, another epic Volkey. Honestly, our loot has been insane. We got a Palooza back within this Palooza. 2 verses specifically. One that we needed, one that was just extra. I think we're at like 2 or 3 epic Volkey. And we should be on track for at least like 20 plus normal Volkey. So overall, probably the best Palooza of the night. I'm pretty sure the next one after this will not top it. But you never know. Can you use button mapping on the keyboard to use, like, shift and stuff? I don't believe you can. You can with controller. But, you can't really do key bindings because of the third-party thing with this game. And I wouldn't really advise it. Because it might be picked up as cheating. But, you can do it with controller. Which I've done in the past, but I don't really bother doing these days. You can use a combination of mouse plus controller. And just map all your presses to controller. While still having the quickness of the mouse movement for various things. I stopped doing it because it was just too much effort. It was just ever so slightly quicker for so much more effort. I just stick with just mouse only these days. Yeah, we're almost at the point where we need to keep track of our final room. So far, we have gotten some really pitiful final rooms. Every final room that we've taken today has gained basically no benefit from being a final room. Though I could change that by making him our final room right here. But no, we're not going to do that. There's too much more value. If we really still needed Dragonite, I probably would. But we don't, so we're just killing him. Because we'll probably be able to get a Volkey or two within that time, and that is way more valuable than some Dragonite to us these days. So if we get even one Volkey in these battles, it was worth it to kill him. Though if we don't, then it could have been worthwhile to keep him there, I guess. Well, hopefully we'll get at least one Volkey here. Got like 3 more battles to see. Nope, no Volkey yet. Come on, Volkey, where are you? Make it worth it. Can we squeeze 2 more battles in after this battle? I don't think so. Oh, that wouldn't be too bad of one to end on, but I want 1 more battle in there. Hey, Volkey, it was worth it. Okay. Come on, triple Glory Gnome. 3 the Glory Gnomes with a Dragonite Gnome. It's not ideal, but it's far from the worst battle we could be seeing. The middle is nice. The outskirts of it are horrible. Come on, 1000 Glory. No! Gosh, we have just been doing awful on these final ones. Unfortunate. Luckily, the contents of the actual rest of the key thing was pretty good. So that was probably the best Palooza of the night. Let's see, what are our numbers up to? How many of each was that? Wow. 26 Volkeys. With 3 epics. Wow, that was a good run. 26 and 3 was what we got from that. 26 Volkeys and 3 epic Volkeys. And we got a Palooza within our Palooza. So not only was that Palooza essentially free, but we got 26 volts and 3 epics, which is way above average. Yeah, the redeem code we handed out earlier. There we go. Oh, so didn't we say we'd hand out another redeem code right now? Well, here you guys go. Let's see, let me go grab it. This will be the last code we hand out for tonight, though, but we'll have plenty more this weekend. Still got a whole another 2 nights to go farm. Tomorrow night and good old Sunday. But anyways, let's go end it with 1 more last Palooza. Just to wrap things up. Oh, yeah, also there's 3 Paloozas now. Well, let's go get down a 4th. And that'll be the last one we do tonight. Until tomorrow. Well, let's go head over here. Grab the good old Palooza. And let it begin. And yeah, we'll probably try to hit about 15 this weekend. Whatever number gets us to 300 is fine, though. Oh gosh, don't start with the Dragonite Gnome. It's an awful way to start. That better not be a sign of how this entire cycle is gonna go. I would love if you get mana. Thank you. Oh, 25 seconds for first fight. Oh, Volky in it, though. That was kind of worth it. Yeah, no problem for the code. Enjoy. Yeah, well, we might go for 15 Paloozas again. It's just we're going to hit our milestone by like 13 or 14 at this rate if we keep getting as lucky as the previous Palooza. Because we're currently actually above drop rate on everything. We should only have 60 Vault Keys by now, and we have 61. And we should only have about 6 or 7 Epic Vault Keys by now, and we have 9. So on both numbers, we're higher than what we should be. But so far, this Palooza is going really bad. This might bring our numbers down. But right now, both our numbers are higher than it should be. At this current point. Hey, an Epic Vault Key. It was mostly because the previous one was so absurdly good. Whereas the other two are just plain average. Which is what you would expect from one, obviously. Have we gotten a single Volky yet? We got an Epic Volky, but I don't think we got a single Volky in 2 minutes on this Palooza. It's not a good sign. You're gonna verse farm until Sunday, then Palooza all Sunday. It's gonna be a busy Sunday. I feel like I would get burnt out if I did them all back to back that much. And burnt out in the sense that I feel like I would farm the Palooza slower. Because by the 3rd, 4th, or even 5th hour, you're definitely going to slow down slightly on the Paloozas. After that much of the same clicking over and over again. Which is one of the other reasons I like switching it up. Because the more Paloozas you do in a row, eventually you're going to get slower at them. You're gonna need major caffeine. I've almost been considering going back to soda. I went 7 months without it. And then I slightly cheated when I went to New Jersey with root beer twice. And it reminded me that soda tastes good. And also has some caffeine in it. But also soda tastes good. Because I've been just going with like fruit juices and water and tea. And then having some root beer reminded me, oh yeah, soda exists. I don't know, 7 months was a pretty good run. It was definitely the longest I've ever gone without soda. But I think it's kind of over now. I'm still trying to reduce how much soda I have. But I'm definitely going to start drinking it like once a week or something again. Pretty sure. We'll see. I don't have any in the house, so if I am going to drink it, it's probably just going to be if I like occasionally pick up fast food or something. Which I've also cut down drastically since the year I cut it completely. Maybe next time I go to Taco Bell, I'll go get like a soda or something. We'll see. Yeah, Lester. Wrong type of cheating. I said hello, J Shar. Welcome, welcome. Hope all has been well. Also, hey, finally Friday. I don't think I mentioned that a single time. But good old weekend's finally here. And it's a Volt weekend as well. Since I haven't gone to any fast food since I've been in New Jersey, since I got back from the break to see family, one thing I almost forgot about is if I go to a place, I'm going to get a plastic straw again. New Jersey has a lot of things that are quite a bit different. Like they have paper straws. You're not allowed to pump your own gas, which I think it's the only state these days. Because I think the other state where you're not allowed to pump your own gas made it so you can now. But, yeah, I believe New Jersey still is now the only state in the entirety of the United States where you, by law, cannot pump your own gas. There are workers that do it for you. I think it's the last state where it's basically mandatory that you cannot pump your own gas. Honestly, I almost miss the paper straws. They have an interesting texture. They're definitely annoying to use. But honestly, I don't mind using them. They're definitely not practical for some drinks. But for drinks like they are, it's not that bad. But it would definitely be annoying if it was like mandatory for every single drink. Like smoothies would be so horrible to try to do it with. Like I'm not sure how you would do that with like a Frosty or something. Like that seems like it'd be impossible. It's already almost impossible with a plastic straw, let alone a little paper one. But for liquids that are more liquid-like, it works. It's perfectly fine. Do you have to tip your gas person? No, they get paid an actual wage. Which in New Jersey is actually a lot. I think the average gas person, gas pumping person, whatever you would call it, there's probably a proper name for it. That doesn't sound so sexual. But the person that pumps your gas, I think they make like 15 to 20 an hour. I'm pretty sure New Jersey's minimum wage is like over 15. And quite a few places go over that for minimum as well. You like those metal reusable cups? I'm not so sure about them. I feel like I would poke myself if I used them. They don't seem that safe. You're basically just putting like a big, like, sharp rod into your mouth. And I know it's not sharp, but you know. If it gets, like, hit, you're gonna, like, hit yourself with, like, a big metal rod. That's one nice thing about plastic straws. You can't really hurt yourself with them. It's almost like child-proof straws. Because plastic straws is not really that likely you could hurt yourself with it. But it's just sharp enough material that if you hit like a bump while you're in a car while drinking it, like, you know, you could cause like some minor damage to yourself. But you do that with a metal one, you could potentially do like drastic damage to yourself. If you hit yourself with like a metal straw that's attached to the can that's, or you know, to the container. That's gonna hit with quite a bit of impact. Whereas you do that with a paper straw, like, you'll barely even notice it happens. If anything, the paper straw will probably break as it impacts you. Because out of all three of those material, your gums would definitely be the strongest against paper compared to plastic or metal. I don't know, I kind of miss the paper straws. I know a lot of people hate them, but honestly, I didn't mind them that much. It's also fun to mess around with them and slowly peel them. because a lot of the paper straws have like 2 or 3 layers of paper. So you can, over time, just keep picking at it. It's a nice little distraction. So you can pick off all your layers of paper from your paper straw until you only have the last layer left. Yeah, that was something else that threw me off too. When we went to the grocery stores one of the times, they didn't have any bag options. Like, some of the places were giving, like, those biodegradable plastic bags that aren't really plastic but have some other material that functions similar to plastic but isn't plastic but biodegradable. So, like, fake plastic but, you know, similar. But anyways, one of the grocery stores there didn't have any bags at all. And you literally had to bring, like, your own bags to, or just simply put it into your car. Which was a bit of a different experience. I've never bothered getting my own, like, little tuffle bag or whatever they're called and just bringing it with me to a store. I've never bothered doing that. Even when I was in New Jersey, I didn't bother. We just put it simply into the car. It's kind of unfortunate because then you don't get plastic bags that you can use as garbage cans. That's one nice thing about this area is pretty much everywhere still uses plastic in that regard. So you can stock up on garbage can bags, basically, for free. Well, not for free, but you know what I mean. At no additional cost. You basically get several free garbage bags. Alright, final minute. See what we got here. Overall, this Palooza seems pretty below average. Which I guess makes sense after getting such a good Palooza prior. We needed a bad luck one to even it out. Alright, well, I guess we're leaving the Soul Gnome to live. You get to live for once. I mean, not Soul Gnome, I mean Dragonite Gnome. Alright, let's see how much Dragonite he gives us. I'm gonna guess 40. 80? Wow, and a Volky. Nice. And we high rolled souls. Oddly enough, the best loot we've ever gotten from one of the ending ones today. Though the actual loot throughout it, I think, was one of our worst. But the end was nice. 80 Dragonite, 5,000 souls, a Volky. Not bad at all. Alright, let's go get the tally on that. I have a feeling that was very low. No, actually, no, that was better than I was expecting. You know what? That's not bad. We did 21 and 1. Not bad at all. That's 82 up by 21. And that is 10 up by 1. So that one epic Volky we got near the beginning was the only one. So, yeah, we're only ever so slightly above drop rate. We have about 2 more Volkies than we should, and I have 1 more epic Volky than I should. Mostly because of how lucky the previous one was. But otherwise, we're pretty much at drop rate. Just slightly lucky. I just realized our Dragonite stack's almost about to outdo our Curse Rune stack. Kind of surprisingly. I think this will actually be the first time, because I've generally used my Dragonite almost immediately. Well, maybe not at that one point, but for the most part these days we've been using it more so immediately. And now we're kind of just hoarding it because we kind of ran out of things to use it on. But, interesting. And we got 20 pities laying there. That's not in a tally yet, but we're technically 1/3 the way there. We have 100 as of tonight, so even though we only ran 4 Paloozas and not 5, counting pity, we actually are 1/3 the way there. So, yep, next 2 nights, we'll make some more progress. And by the end of it all, we'll have over 300 Volkies and some amount of epic Volkies. And that'll bring us to 500 total Volkies and some amount of epic Volkies. And that's pretty much the game plan. Anyways, guys, we'll be back tomorrow night. Pretty much doing the same thing. We should hopefully be finishing Underspire or be getting pretty close. We'll be finishing up all the other events, and hopefully Invasion will be done. Just need the rest of the guild to get those points in there. Come on, guild, get in there. We're right in the middle, so we're doing something right. And of course, Isabel's been carrying us as per usual. And aside from that, yeah, mostly focus on getting some more gnomes. Hopefully during the day I'll get some, so we can mostly focus on Paloozas during the stream. So we might do a little bit of a mix as well, but try to prioritize a little bit more on Palooza tomorrow night if we can. Assuming we farmed enough. How many do we have right now? I think we have like 3 or 4 left. And whatever else we have, I'll need to farm during the day. So yeah, I have 3 right now. So hopefully I'll be able to get at least another 3, 4, 5. And see where we go from there. Anyways, guys, enjoy your weekend. Best of luck with the Vault event. Best of luck if you're trying for the new Mythic, even though it's completely useless. I almost forgot to even mention it in the stream, but yeah, we covered a video on it earlier today if you didn't already see it. But long story short, it is super bad. But we did go over some teams and, you know, normal stuff we do with every Mythic. But yeah, it's a bit underwhelming, unfortunately, but it happens. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful weekend. Catch you guys later. Thanks for stopping by. Goodbye, everyone. Oh, tribute's ready. Gotta grab it. Wait. Okay, nice. It's pretty much average for this these days. Ah, there we go. See you guys later.